Today, we may not be traveling through time, but a flying car may not be such a stretch anymore.
The sky above Chengdu hums with a quiet intensity, a pulse of something extraordinary breaking through the haze of a bustling city. It's June 2024, and the crowd below cranes their necks, their whispers swallowed by the soft whir of rotors slicing through the air. Above them, a sleek, futuristic craft hovers, its silhouette both alien and familiar, like a bird of prey poised to soar. This is no ordinary machine. It's the AE-200, China's bold answer to a world choking on traffic, a vehicle that promises to lift humanity above the gridlock and into a future where the sky is the new road. As the craft glides effortlessly, transitioning from a steady hover to a swift forward sprint, the onlookers feel it, a spark of awe, a glimpse of a world where time and distance bend to human will. This is not just a test flight, it's a declaration. The era of flying transport has begun, and it's here to rewrite how we live, move, and dream. The AE-200, birthed by Wu Chongkong technology in the heart of Chengdu, is more than a machine. It's a vision made tangible. Imagine a vehicle that doesn't crawl through the snarled streets of Beijing or Shanghai, where hours vanish in the chaos of honking horns and brake lights. Instead, it rises, defying gravity with the grace of a helicopter and the speed of an airplane. At 2,500 kilograms, it's a lightweight titan capable of carrying passengers, medical supplies, or hope itself to places roads can't reach. With a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour, it could whisk you from the heart of a megacity to a distant suburb in mere minutes, the world below shrinking into a patchwork of lights and lives. Its flight ceiling stretches to 1,000 meters above the urban sprawl, high enough to dance above skyscrapers and mountains, yet low enough to feel intimately tied to the earth. A single charge or fuel load carries it 200 kilometers, connecting city centers to far-flung regions without the need for sprawling runways or tangled highways. This is urban air mobility, a rebellion against the limits of the ground. Picture yourself aboard the AE-200, the city fading beneath you as the craft lifts off from a rooftop vertiport. The hum of its rotors is soft, designed to blend into the urban soundscape rather than disrupt it. You're not just a passenger, you're a pioneer, part of a revolution that could unshackle humanity from the tyranny of traffic. The cabin is sleek yet sturdy, built with crashworthiness that cradles you in safety, while redundant systems hum quietly in the background, ready to catch you if the impossible happens. Outside, the world blurs by, cars trapped in their endless lines, unaware of the freedom above. The AE-200 is not just a vehicle, it's a lifeline. In a medical emergency, it could bypass collapsed roads or flooded streets, delivering doctors or defibrillators to a stranded soul in minutes. In June 2024, the world watched as it proved its mettle, carrying a full load through seamless transitions from hover to high-speed flight. A dance of engineering so precise, it felt like magic. The crowd below didn't just see a machine, they saw a future where help arrives on wings, where distance is no longer a barrier to survival. But this future isn't flawless. The AE-200, for all its brilliance, faces a sky full of challenges. Regulations lag behind ambition, airspace management remains a puzzle, and public trust is a fragile thing. Flying cars sound like freedom, but they demand a new kind of order: vertiports on rooftops, AI-driven traffic control, and safety nets woven from technology and law. Yet, as the AE-200 glides above Chengdu, these hurdles feel distant. Its hybrid design, marrying the vertical lift of a helicopter with the swift efficiency of an airplane, is a marvel that speaks to human ingenuity. Noise reduction technology keeps the city's peace intact, while autonomous navigation and obstacle avoidance systems promise a sky as safe as the ground. This isn't just a vehicle, it's a bridge to a world where cities breathe freely, unburdened by the weight of congestion. As the AE-200 lands, the crowd erupts, not just in applause but in wonder, their hearts stirred by the possibility that the sky could be theirs. The dream of flight has haunted humanity for centuries, a longing to break free from the Earth's grip and soar. The AE-200 is China's answer to that ancient ache, but it's not alone. Across the globe, visionaries are crafting their own wings, each one a brushstroke in a larger portrait of a world unbound. In Poland, Thomas Paton's Volonaut airbike cuts through the air like a sci-fi fantasy, a single-seat flying motorcycle that trades cumbersome rotors for jet propulsion. At 200 kilometers per hour, it weaves through urban canyons, its carbon fiber frame, 7 times lighter than a motorcycle, making it a nimble predator of the skies. Its pilot, perched with a 360-degree view, feels the pulse of freedom, guided by an onboard computer that balances and hovers with effortless precision. This isn't just a vehicle. It's a rebellion against the mundane, a promise of personal skies where traffic is a forgotten nightmare. In the United States, ALF Aeronautics has unleashed a flying car that dances between road and sky, a hybrid marvel with a 110-kilometer flight range and a 322-kilometer road range. Its parachute system whispers safety, a guardian angel for the bold. With thousands of pre-orders and a price tag of $300,000, it's a luxury for now, but its approval to roam American airspace is a beacon for the future. Across the ocean, France's Zapata S-Fleet offers a Segway-like flight experience, soaring at 130 kilometers per hour to 3,000 meters, its intuitive controls inviting even novices to taste the sky. Japan's SkyDrive SD-03, a compact electric flyer, slips through cityscapes, landing on rooftops with the grace of a dragonfly, its eco-conscious heart beating in time with a warming world. And in New Zealand, the Martin Jetpack, powered by 200 horsepower, climbs to 2,500 meters, a testament to the stubborn human refusal to stay grounded. Each of these machines carries a piece of the same dream, a vision of cities where the sky is a highway, where rooftops become gateways, and where the impossible feels within reach. But dreams are fragile things. Battery life limits flight to mere minutes in some cases, and the specter of safety looms large. Collisions in three-dimensional space could be catastrophic. Airspace regulations, still in their infancy, must grow to embrace this new frontier, balancing freedom with order. Public hearts waver between awe and fear, and the cost of these miracles, tens or hundreds of thousands, keeps them out of reach for most. Yet the momentum is unstoppable. Advances in AI, materials, and energy storage are closing the gap, turning science fiction into tomorrow's reality. The AE-200 and its global kin are not just machines. They're the first notes of a symphony, a song of a world where we all might fly. The wind howls through a remote mountain pass, where a village lies cut off by a sudden landslide, roads buried under rock and despair. Time is the enemy here, each second ticking away the hope of survival for those trapped. But then, a low hum pierces the silence, growing louder until a sleek drone descends from the clouds like a guardian angel. This is no ordinary machine. It's Haitian Medical Technology's rescue drone, a marvel of Chinese innovation that carries not just supplies, but the promise of life. As it lands, its payload of medical equipment unloads. Tools for respiratory support, intravenous drips, even a defibrillator ready to restart a faltering heart. A doctor miles away in a bustling city hospital watches through a live feed, guiding a local responder to stabilize a patient. In this moment, the drone isn't just technology, it's a lifeline, a bridge across geography and time, proving that the skies can deliver more than dreams. They can deliver salvation. This rescue drone, unveiled in 2025, is a testament to how far the vision of flying transport has evolved. While the AE-200 soars above urban sprawl, Haitian's creation tackles the untamed edges of the world. Disaster zones, remote villages, or urban gridlock where ambulances falter. With a payload capacity of 300 kilograms, it can carry a small hospital's worth of equipment or even evacuate an injured person. Its rotors slicing through air as high as 5,000 meters, unfazed by temperatures from -25 to +46 degrees Celsius. Imagine an earthquake-ravaged town, its streets impassable, or a flood-swamped city where every second counts. This drone doesn't wait for clear paths. It carves its own, landing precisely where it's needed most. Its real-time communication links doctors to the scene, turning a machine into an extension of human care. In a world where emergencies don't respect borders or terrain, this drone whispers a powerful truth. Help can come from above, faster and fiercer than ever before. Yet as miraculous as it sounds, the drone's journey is just beginning. The skies it navigates are not yet fully mapped for such machines. Regulations struggle to keep pace, wrestling with questions of airspace control, patient privacy, and the ethics of robotic care. How do you integrate a flying paramedic into a world built for ground-bound ambulances? Hospitals, first responders, and air traffic controllers must learn a new language of coordination, one that balances speed with safety. The drone's capabilities, delivering infusions, monitoring vitals, or performing defibrillation, push the boundaries of what we believe machines can do, but they also raise questions. What happens when a drone makes a life or death call? Who bears the weight of that choice? These are the shadows cast by progress, the quiet doubts that linger even as the drone's rotors hum with purpose. Still, its potential to save lives in places ambulances can't reach is a beacon, illuminating a future where no one is left behind, no matter how far from the world's center they stand. Across the globe, the race for the skies isn't just about saving lives. It's about redefining what it means to move. In the Philippines, Kix Mandiola steps onto his hoverboard Air, a multi-rotor marvel that feels like it leapt from a sci-fi film. With a handheld remote and intuitive body tilts, he lifts off, the ground falling away as he soars over 2 kilometers in just 7 minutes. The wind rushes past, the world below a blur of possibility. This isn't a vehicle for the masses yet. It's a personal rebellion against gravity, a compact, portable dream that fits in the back of a truck. Its stabilization system keeps him steady, even as he dances with the air, making flight feel as natural as walking. Mandiola's creation is more than a gadget. It's a spark, igniting the idea that one day, we might all step onto a board and fly, free from the chains of traffic and time. This vision of personal flight echoes around the world. In New Zealand, the Martin jetpack roars to life with 200 horsepower, climbing to 2,500 meters at 74 kilometers per hour. Its gasoline-powered ducted fans promise 30 minutes of flight, a fleeting but exhilarating taste of freedom. Despite financial stumbles, the project's revival speaks to a hunger for flight that refuses to fade. In the United States, Hunter Cowell's hoverboard drone, with its 8 massive propellers, lifts riders to 150 meters, its carbon fiber frame strong yet light, supporting up to 227 kilograms for 20 minutes of flight. Safety is woven into its core, with redundant systems ready to catch a failing motor, a promise that this isn't just a thrill, it's a step toward a practical future. France's Zapata Esfli, a flying Segway-like craft, zooms at 130 kilometers per hour, its handlebar controls so intuitive that even a novice can taste the sky. These devices, from hoverboards to jetpacks, are not just toys for the bold. They're glimpses of a world where flight is as personal as a bicycle, as accessible as a morning commute. But the sky is a crowded dream, and not without its storms. Battery life remains a stubborn foe. Most personal flying devices can only stay aloft for minutes, a fleeting escape before gravity calls them back. Safety is a constant shadow. A single misstep in 3-dimensional space could be catastrophic, unlike a fender bender on a highway. Airspace regulations are still a patchwork, struggling to accommodate a future where drones, jetpacks, and flying cars share the sky. The cost, too, is a towering barrier. Devices like these often cost tens or hundreds of thousands, far beyond the reach of most. Public perception teeters between wonder and worry, shaped by fears of noise, crashes, or the unknown. Infrastructure, landing pads, charging stations, maintenance hubs, lags behind the ambition of these machines. Yet the dream persists, fueled by breakthroughs in AI, lightweight materials, and energy storage. Each flight, each prototype, is a step closer to a world where the sky is no longer a frontier, but a home. The AE-200, the rescue drone, the hoverboard Air. These are not just machines. They're stories of human longing, of a species that refuses to stay grounded. They carry the weight of our dreams, but also the burden of our doubts. Can we build a world where the sky is safe, fair, and open to all? Can we balance the thrill of flight with the sobering need for order? As these machines take wing, they challenge us to imagine not just how we'll move, but who we'll become. The sky is calling, and with every rotor's hum, every jet's roar, we're answering, tentatively, boldly, imperfectly. The future is above us, and it's closer than we think. The cityscape of Shanghai glitters under a twilight sky, its towering spires piercing the clouds like needles threading the heavens. Below, the streets pulse with the chaos of life, cars locked in a slow dance of frustration, horns blaring, lives stalled in the grip of time. But above, a new rhythm emerges. A fleet of AE-200s glides silently, their lights winking like stars brought low, ferrying passengers from rooftop to rooftop, weaving a tapestry of movement that the ground can only dream of. This is the future China envisions, a world where the sky is no longer a limit but a canvas, painted with the bold strokes of innovation. The AE-200, with its 320 km/h speed and 200 km range, isn't just a vehicle, it's a promise of cities unshackled from congestion, of lives reclaimed from the tyranny of distance, of a world where the sky belongs to everyone. As the craft lands on a vertiport, a young woman steps out, her eyes alight with the thrill of flight, her heart carrying the weight of a question. Could this be the dawn of a new era? Or are we chasing a dream too wild to tame? This vision of urban air mobility, spearheaded by Wuchongkong technology, is more than a technological leap. It's a reimagining of how we live. The AE-200's ability to shift from vertical takeoff to swift airplane-like cruising makes it a chameleon of the skies, adaptable to the dense, unpredictable sprawl of megacities. Its June 2024 test flights, where it carried full loads and transitioned seamlessly between hover and high-speed flight, weren't just demonstrations. They were a challenge to the status quo. Imagine a morning commute where you step onto a rooftop, board a craft, and arrive at your destination in minutes. The city's chaos a distant hum below. Or picture an emergency where the AE-200 delivers medical aid to a traffic-choked district, saving a life that ground-bound ambulances couldn't reach. This isn't just about speed, it's about freedom, about rewriting the rules of connection in a world that's grown too crowded for roads alone. China's push for low-altitude transport, with vertiports sprouting on skyscrapers and AI coordinating the dance of countless crafts, feels like a page torn from a sci-fi novel. Yet it's unfolding now in real time, with real lives at stake. But the sky is a vast and untamed frontier, and the path to this future is strewn with obstacles. Regulations, still embryonic, must evolve to govern a sky buzzing with drones, flying cars, and personal hoverboards. Air traffic control, once a matter of guiding jumbo jets, now faces the chaos of thousands of smaller craft, each darting through three-dimensional space. Safety is a relentless concern. Redundant systems and AI navigation can mitigate risks, but the specter of a mid-air collision or system failure looms large. Public trust, too, is a fragile thread. For every heart stirred by the romance of flight, another fears the noise, the cost, or the unknown. The AE-200's price tag, though not public, hints at a luxury reserved for early adopters, a far cry from the democratized skies its creators envision. Infrastructure, vertiports, charging stations, maintenance hubs, must scale at a pace that matches ambition, a costly and complex endeavor in cities already stretched thin. Yet as the AE-200 soars, these challenges feel like puzzles to be solved, not walls to defeat. The momentum of innovation, fueled by AI, lightweight materials, and greener energy, is a tide lifting all dreams skyward. The global stage hums with the same energy, a chorus of voices, each singing their own song of flight. In Japan, SkyDrive's SD-03, a compact electric flyer, slips through Tokyo's neon-lit canyons, its vertical takeoff and landing capabilities turning rooftops into gateways. Its eco-conscious design speaks to a world desperate for sustainable solutions, a reminder that flight must not come at the Earth's expense. In the United States, ALF Aeronautics flying car, with its dual-mode prowess, bridges, road, and sky, its 177-kilometer flight range and 322-kilometer road range, offering a flexibility that feels like freedom itself. Thousands of pre-orders signal a hunger for this hybrid future, even at $300,000 a pop. France's Zapata Esfly, with its intuitive controls and 130-kilometer-per-hour speed, invites dreamers to taste flight without years of training, while New Zealand's Martin Jetpack, despite its stumbles, carries the torch of personal aviation with its 74-kilometer-per-hour climbs to 2,500 meters. Each innovation, from Poland's Volonaut air bike to the Philippines' hoverboard air, adds a thread to the tapestry, weaving a future where flight is as diverse as the people who dream it. This global race isn't just about who flies first, it's about who flies best, who builds a sky that's safe, inclusive, and sustainable. The challenges are universal. Battery life, still measured in minutes for many devices, must stretch to match the demands of daily life. Safety systems, from parachutes to AI-driven collision avoidance, must be flawless, because the stakes in the sky are unforgiving. Regulations must harmonize across borders, creating a global framework for a sky shared by all. And costs, oh the costs, must plummet to make flight a right, not a privilege. Public perception, shaped by awe and fear in equal measure, will decide whether these machines become cherished tools or fleeting novelties. Infrastructure, from landing pads to charging networks, must grow as fast as the dreams they support. Yet the world is rising to meet these challenges. Governments pour billions into research, companies forge partnerships, and engineers push the boundaries of what's possible, each breakthrough a step closer to a sky that belongs to us all. As the sun sets over Shanghai, the AE-200's lights fade into the twilight, a reminder of how far we've come and how far we've yet to go. This is not just a story of machines. It's a story of us, of our restless need to rise, to explore, to conquer the impossible. The AE-200, the rescue drones, the hoverboards and jetpacks, they're more than inventions. They're mirrors reflecting our deepest desires. They ask us to imagine a world where distance is a memory, where help arrives on wings, where the sky's a road we all travel. But they also ask us to face hard truths about safety, about fairness, about the balance between ambition and responsibility. Will we build a sky that lifts everyone, or one that leaves most behind? Will we tame the storms of regulation and cost, or let them ground our dreams? As the last AE-200 lands, its rotors still, the question hangs in the air, as tangible as the craft itself. What kind of future will we choose to fly toward?